feels like the first time. Wait a second. Remember your first time? The fear, anxiety, excitement? Well, if you're considering buying your first home in Chicago, only one of those should really apply. That should be the excitement. So in this video, I'm going to break down how to buy your first home in Chicago with the least amount of stress. So really, all you focus on is the excitement of getting those keys. So first, before you get into the excitement of looking at homes, connecting with the realtor, etc., I'm gonna flip the kind of script a little bit here. And while most realtors will say you need to engage with a real estate agent first, I'm of course a realtor, right? That's actually incorrect. What you need to do is first engage with the lender and get pre-approved. This means you may not be considering buying in 3 months. It could be 6, 9 months, but it's really important to get all your ducks in a row. And the best, one of my lender partners, Bob Friel, has a really, really simple process. It's 14 steps, quick quiz. Don't worry, you don't need to study, where you go through 14 basic questions, kind of asking about your income, potential credit score, and where would you like to live if it's a primary home, etc. Very simple. As you go through those, and once you have completed that, you will then be set up on a discovery call, within a follow-up call to discuss loan products, and then ultimately getting that pre-approval. It's a very simple, I've got a graphic here as part of my buyer consult. It's very critical you start with that. And then once you can get that pre-approval, then let's start talking about where you'd like to live in Chicago. Hey, folks, you seeing value in this video and the videos that I've been creating on my YouTube channel, The Chicago Life? Why don't you consider subscribing, clicking like, commenting, so it feeds that good old algorithm and you can see more of my videos. That's of course only if I'm providing value. So armed with that pre-approval, now we can kind of start looking into where to live in Chicago. Chicago, as I've said in the beginning, it's about the neighborhoods. This is why this channel is a neighborhood-centric channel. And eventually I'm going to be going through all the multiple neighborhoods, as many as I can, vlog style, kind of doing walk and talk so you can get a really feel of the kind of pulse of each of the great neighborhoods of Chicago. But until then, right, I actually have a playlist. I want you to first go there. I've got about 21 videos now, and as I mentioned, it's growing. Go through there to kind of get a feel of the neighborhoods. If you already lived in Chicago, maybe you're living on the south side or the west side, and you want to consider the north side, then go ahead and start looking at those videos. If you're relocating, right, of course, feel free to reach out to me. You can also kind of set up a search on my website, livinginchicago.net, where you can actually see some of the neighborhoods, get an idea of the pricing. But it's really, really critical for you to make some trips here, okay? Again, even if you're a little ways away from actually purchasing, so you get the feel. And I'm happy to give you resources. It's also really smart to concurrently join a couple of Facebook groups, even if you don't live there, and I will give you recommendations if you kind of have an idea of a general like region you want to live in as I mentioned, north, south, west, in the downtown. I'll give you a recommendation of some Facebook groups so you can get a feel of, okay, what are the questions they ask. Now you're going to get a lot of the kind of the same, you know, pick up your dog poop and be a good neighbor, but there's actually some really good questions that are asked in those Facebook groups, asking about recommendations and what to do. And so that would give you the feeling, along with looking on my site and going to my YouTube channel. It's growing, 21 videos. I'm really, really excited about doing a lot more neighborhood videos. So that kind of gives you the where to live in Chicago. Okay, well, of course, probably one of my favorite topics, engaging with a real estate agent, right? And there's 3 core things that you need to consider when you're going to be hiring that real estate agent. And it is professionalism, empathy, and patience. Let's spend a little bit of time of talking with each one. Professionalism, of course, that's obvious, wrapped up in, do they have the necessary experience? Do they have the reviews? Do they know the areas? As for myself, I'm 10 years in the business, loving real estate, helping particularly first-time home buyers and sellers of Chicago residential real estate. I have reviews on my website, and actually if you go down below in the description, feel free to check out my 5-star reviews. And of course, with the next 2, empathy and patience, empathy is really understanding your needs and having your needs rise above that realtor's needs. Again, hopefully it's myself, whoever you decide, it's all about fit. making sure your needs are met above and beyond everything else. And finally, patience. Particularly if you're relocating, right, and you don't really know where to live, you need to have that realtor that's willing to go to multiple areas. A lot of my buyers don't know where to live, and I set them up on several different searches. We look at both off-market and on-market listings to find that perfect home. So it's a lot to consider, and that's why fit as part of my buyer consult is really, really important, just to get on a Zoom call, kind of feel each other out. And if you want to move on and work with someone else, I understand that. But I feel I have the necessary experience, empathy, and patience to be your real estate agent. Hey, the home search. So listen, I mentioned briefly livinginchicago.net. That is my robust website where I have all the neighborhoods of Chicago, where you can create a simple account. You just need your name, first name, last name, email. And for a phone number, honestly, if you want to use 555-1212, I'm not going to be offended. Ultimately, hopefully, when we do work together, I'll eventually need your phone number. And go ahead, create a search, browse around, see what pricing looks like. You know, things are so dynamic, so as far as what something is worth in one area is going to be different from another area. So go ahead and use my site. Actually, again, I'm going to flip the script here as I kind of did with the order, right? You don't need to use my website. You can actually use the Realtor.coms, the Zillows, the Redfins. What I do ask is don't hit that easy button. You hit that easy button, you're going to be connected with a showing agent, particularly on like a Redfin or a Zillow, versus an actual advisor, consultant, realtor like myself, who's there to properly advise you and give you counsel. So I highly discourage you just clicking that easy button. Feel free to reach out to me. Even if you're ways away, I'm happy to give you resources, but this is kind of gonna be the home search. You're gonna get an idea with consultation with myself. Hopefully you come here and visit it a couple of times, and then you're gonna be able to craft. Do you want a condo? Do you want a single family home? If you want that single family home, but let's say you have a budget of up to $400,000, maybe you want to consider like a Belmont Cragen or Belmont Gardens or portions of Portage Park or Jefferson Park, right? That's why it's very important, as I mentioned, in picking that real estate agent. That agent needs to know all the areas. If you don't have that flexibility and you want to be closer to the lake, then of course the pricing is going to be reflective. You may need to look at a condo. So that's why that home search is going to take some time. Again, use my site. You can use all of the feeder sites like a Zillow and Redfin, but just reach out to me regardless. And all you have to do is send me like an MLS number. I'm happy to look it up for you and be that resource. So, hey, thank you so much for watching all the way to the end of this video. This has been how to buy your first house in Chicago. I am Anant Deoras, yes, AD, those are my initials, with eXp Realty here in the beautiful city of Chicago. Now what you should do. You can continue to watch videos. At the end of this video, I'm gonna have a couple that you can see, or you can reach out to me. You can call me, you can email me, and ask questions. I'm here to be that resource. I love what I do. I love buying and selling real estate, residential real estate for my first-time buyers and sellers. So please reach out. And if you're not quite ready, keep watching my videos, and I'm here to be a resource. Have a great day.